I was like, I can't breathe right now. Like, what just happened? Like, what? And I was just like, I couldn't even like process what had happened. Like, did that seriously just happen? And then he started crying and saying how, if I would have just put his mind at ease, that wouldn't have happened. And, just to forget about it. And like, we'll try to have another good night. And I just kept telling him, I was like, you need to get away from me. I was like, I will scream if you come anywhere near me. And he's like, if you scream, you're not making it out of here unless it's in a body bag. And he's like, if I'm going back to jail, he's like, I'm going out with a bang, which was like something that he then said multiple times after that like anytime something happened was always he was going out with a bang. He was telling me he blacked out and he snapped back into it, like, and he realized what he was doing, so that's why he stopped. And I was like, I couldn't even like process what had just happened. And I was like, he stayed at his grandma's for probably about a week after that. Our daughter needs her dad and mom together. She needs to grow up in a happy family, and he can make sure it doesn't happen again. And just kind of would sweet talk his way back into things. And then, dangling the whole, your dad was in and out of jail. Your dad wasn't in the picture as much as you would have liked him to be as when you were younger. So, don't do that to Raylan. And eventually he came back over, and as soon as he came over, I remember he like got down on his knees and started crying and like hugged me, and he was like, I know you're not gonna forget what happened. He's like, well, please just forgive me. He's like, we can move past this. Let's make sure nothing like this happens again. We had so many like little arguments about either it was like money or work or what we were gonna do for who was watching Raylan and like what times. And since that first time, I like really shut down anytime arguments would happen. I just would kind of keep my mouth shut, but that seemed to make him even more mad, because then I wasn't communicating enough with him, or I wasn't putting his mind at ease or doing this for him. He had walked up right behind me when I had her in my arm, and he just smacked me upside the head, like in the back of my head with her in my arm. And I was like, what? I was like, your daughter's in my arms. Why did you just smack me? Like, he was like, well, you're not paying attention to me. You're more worried about her. And I was like, you just woke her up because you're slamming all these doors. His thing was like closing me in, like not letting me leave places. So like shutting the door on me, standing in front of me, that kind of stuff. He grabbed me by my throat again that night and threw me on the bed. And once I got his arms off of me, I was crying and I was like, why are you doing this? Like, what is it and he's like, well, he's like, I know you're going to go to the cops after this time. And he's like, I told you it wouldn't happen again. Now that it did, he's like, I know you're going to go to the cops and you're not going to forgive me. And he's like, so now you're going to need to sit there and wait till I think of how I'm going to kill you.